All right, so yeah, so welcome back to the round table. So fellas, there's a lot been going on this week. A lot in the world, particularly with pop culture and legendary icons and things of that nature. One of the things that came to my attention, Black Twitter's attention, and pretty much everybody else's attention is Kanye. So apparently he's got some projects coming out. He's not a big tweeter, and so in preparation for these projects, he started coming out of the blue, just tweeting. A particular tweet that drew the ire of a lot of people, verbatim, on April 25th. You don't have to agree with Trump, but the mob can't make me not love him. We are both dragon energy. He is my brother. I love everyone. I don't agree with everything anyone does. That's what makes us individuals, and we have the right to independent thought. So I want to bring that to the round table and just kind of see what y'all thought. It was a big uproar. A lot of people had something to say. He reportedly lost 9 million followers at Twitter, then came back and said it was some kind of glitch, which I've never heard of that type of glitch. That's a serious glitch. But what is real, if Twitter is to be believed, is that a lot of notables, famous people, were part of that real exodus of people unfollowing Kanye, which would include 3 of his 4 sister-in-laws, 2 Chainz, which has been a longtime collaborator, Drake, Kendrick Lamar, Justin Bieber, and a few others. So just kind of want to bring that to the table, see what y'all thought.
Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber follows you and shit.
God damn.
The Bieb unfollow your ass. You in trouble.
You ain't important no more.
So what y'all think, man?
You know, I think Kanye is just like desperate for attention more than anything. And he just really has no clue as far as like marketing and like image, and I think he's kind of just like a loose cannon, you know.
Okay.
I think it's stupid to back Trump, even if that's how you feel. Like he is his business, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So with that, you know, you have to represent your business in the capacity that's going to be most successful for you, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't think that's going to be his most successful look. I mean, he already went and met with Trump, was all doing the kind of the soft shoeing.
Looking crazy.
Yeah, earlier. And then to go on and do this next. I mean, unless he felt like he got some type of positive blowback from the first time he met with Trump. I mean, we don't know what the financial
ramifications.
Yeah, ramifications or rewards were from him meeting with Trump initially.
Well, I was chopping it with a brother because we couldn't remember if around the time he did that, did the Life of Pablo project come out. So we don't really remember. And I actually forgot something. That was the one tweet, but he's tweeted a lot. One of the other things was that another picture came out, which I came across on Instagram, of him with, I don't remember the man's last name, Lucian something. Jay-Z referenced him on 444.
Was that Leor Cohen in that picture?
That was Leor Cohen, yeah.
I thought so.
Yeah. So it was Leor Cohen, Lucian, whatever his last name is. He's the head of Universal Music. We all know who Leor Cohen is, currently with YouTube, I believe, but formerly of Def Jam and Warner Music fame. Legendary Def Jam president, executive, et cetera, et cetera. But in this photo, Kanye's wearing the Make America Great hat again, with Leor kind of bringing up the flank with his arms around these cats. But Leor is throwing up this hand symbol, which has become known as meaning white power. And Kanye has the get out look on his face and his eyes. So that's another tweet that
I personally think Kanye he obviously has mental health issues, but he's a famous person with a lot of money and mental health issues.
Okay.
So if he was just a regular Kanye West, not a celebrity from Chicago, nobody would really care. We care so much because he is a celebrity, and I think we care so much because he set the bar kind of high for himself on his first couple albums, when he had the Jesus Walk and the workout plan, when he was the Whitney Get On, he leave your ass for a white girl type of stuff. You felt like he was one of the people that gets it.
Yeah, right.
And then I think he's kind of let everybody down from being one of the people that gets it. You know, even the College Dropout, that's two of the best rap albums that ever came out. Mm-hmm. We had a lot of expectations for him of being a different kind of person than he became, but a lot of that is clearly mental health issues. It's kind of hard for me to really get mad at somebody that has mental health. It's kind of hard for me to get mad at anybody for how they feel about some shit, period, because I don't care. Yeah. But it's pretty clear that he's not all the way there. When you see him ranting on his interviews, when he's on one of those late shows, he was just going, it was like the whole interview, he just talk. They never really even asked him any questions. Mm-hmm. When he was on Sway in the Morning, you ain't got all the answers, Sway, and all of that. Yeah. He's not, that fame, his mama dying and all of that has changed him as a person. Mm-hmm. Being in that Kardashian thing, that doesn't do anything but make you more famous. Mm-hmm. So, you know, fame is already hard for a lot of people to handle. When you clearly got some issues going on mentally, it's no telling what the fuck he's gonna do next.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Yeah. What you think?
I mean, he might have referring back to your Get Out look in his eye. He always has that look, right? When he took the first picture with Trump. He always has that look because he know he's doing something wrong. Mm-hmm. That's his soul telling him, what the fuck you doing?
Right.
You selling out for money, this is what you're going to get.
Right.
So you get the backlash from black people, which he deserves. Mm-hmm. And then more on to the he is getting benefits from fucking with Trump just naturally because of what Trump is doing. You know, he's a rich person, so those people get the benefits of Trump's tax budget. Mm-hmm. He gets the benefits, and he ain't even got to kiss up to get them.
Yeah,
so it doesn't even make any sense.
To get them.
Right. So it goes back to your issue. So something is mentally fucked up with you because you ain't got to do this to get the benefit. Yeah. You ain't got to hang out with these people to get the benefit.
But he could be catering to a larger crowd, though. I mean, we don't know what the financial rewards or ramifications.
And it's different with him too because he be on all that high fashion stuff and so he want doors open that we probably don't even know he wants open for him as well. Yeah.
So that's okay to coon because
no, we didn't say it was okay. We didn't say we was about to do it.
But my stance is this. There's a lot of people walking around here with mental illness, some in varying degrees and more severe than others. Mm-hmm. So I agree with y'all in terms of there's been something wrong with Yeezy for a while. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I heard a perspective on it where they were like, well, think about some of the things he's going through in his public life where, you know, and a lot of people aren't aware of who he dated before Amber Rose, but he was engaged to a woman early in his career that didn't pan through. Imagine what that does to a person, number one. Your fiance, you propose to this woman, y'all gonna get married. That didn't pan out, however that happened, right? That didn't happen. Then his mother passed. That's a huge thing, and apparently he was very close and affectionate with his mother. So after that, you see a different Kanye. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I understand that. It's a lot of people going on a day-to-day basis, people that we interact with and know, whether we know it or not, that have mental issues and mental illness, right? I don't think that Kanye is raving mad, crazy Kanye to where he doesn't know what he's doing. You know, to me, this is cooning. You are bigging up a man who is the face of white supremacy right now, as far as I'm concerned, right? Mm-hmm. And he's not the only one, so he can be the bad guy, and he'll take all the backlash and the negative comments and so on and so forth, speaking of Trump. Mm-hmm. However, there's an ideology that permeates this country since its inception that's been disastrous for our community, which is a lot of the type of things that we talk about, right? Mm-hmm. So you bigging up this dude, and I don't give a fuck if you are promoting your music. I don't give a fuck if you're getting financial aspects. I don't even care if you don't even really mean this shit and you're trolling. What you're saying has real consequences. You're bigging up a dude whose policies have real consequences for us as everyday black people.
So basically what you're saying is, even if he's mentally disturbed, he's not to the degree that he don't know what he's doing.
Exactly.
And I agree with that.
I agree with that.
Yeah. Being mentally disturbed don't change what you're doing. If I'm mentally disturbed and I shoot you, it's still murder.
Right. Yeah.
Cooning is cooning.
Right. You know what he's doing.
You just mentally disturbed coon. You need to talk to a psychiatrist about this. Cooning might be a mental condition.
And not to Twitter.
I mean, it is a mental condition.
But
truthfully, it really is. To identify with
your oppressor.
That you don't belong to, that, you know, especially your oppressor, that is a mental condition. But yeah, I really do think he's catering to the larger crowd. I mean, if you can make millions from killing a black boy and you got no product to give him, just a GoFundMe page, imagine what you can do by selling out black people, and you actually have a product that people can tangibly hold by and enjoy. You know what I mean? So you never know how much benefit he got from fucking with. And then the reality of black people is we don't ostracize you enough. He can do all this shit and let the nigga put the right song out and all this shit will be forgiven.
This nigga's waiting on it right now.
I know, but what I'm saying
is, forgave R. Kelly. They gonna forgive a coon.
Yeah, if he puts the right song out,
than a pedophile,
then it's gonna be.
No, you fucking them kids.
Kill me, goddammit.
I mean,
we always gonna have some coons, but pedophiles need to be murdered.
Yeah, so
I agree. So do coons. Absolutely.
No, they just need
They're traitors, man. No. So let's not call them coons.
That's a co-conspirator, man. That's a traitor.
Let's call them a turncoat.
That's true.
Let's call them a traitor.
That's true.
Yeah, you can't.
Absolutely.
You got a good point there.
Right?
Yeah, you don't get to be a coon.
They executed the Rosenbergs and the 50s for being traitors.
That's true. That's real. That's real.
That's all that is.
But I got a question for y'all too. At the same time, cooning is bad because it's you're a traitor and you selling out your community and all of that. I think some of these cats, especially some of these artists and people that do stuff to promote their stuff, it's just as bad as these coons. I give you a case in point. You remember when Nas came out with and you know I love Nas, and I'm not dissing him at all. Remember he came out with the Ian album, he was going to call it Nigger, but they told him he couldn't? Yeah. This nigga was on, they was protesting outside of Fox News and all of that. When your album's about to come out. Yeah. So you getting all of these people all riled up. If you riding with me, you might be the cat that's ready to set it off and throw the garbage can through the window like Radio Raheem.
Yeah.
You go to jail and all of this. I'm inciting them getting everybody all riled up. Then my album dropped and I don't fuck with it no more.
Right. Yeah.
Is that not kind of almost as bad?
Yeah, that's
you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Absolutely.
I'm glad you brought it up.
Yeah,
I think a lot of artists do stuff like that where they act like they down for the cause and all of that stuff, and they get a lot of people behind them, and they pretend like, or something like Ferguson will happen. They'll go there because it's a camera opportunity.
And they about to drop something.
Right, and you got an album about to come out. You're not doing shit but promoting what you got going on, and you playing with my life.
Right.
That's some whole ass
shit.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I absolutely agree with that. It's just we don't. I mean, I think a lot of it is that we don't know how to even have a power conversation.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, a lot of people realize a lot of that shit is pointless. So
a lot of what stuff is pointless.
Like the random rally and the standing in the streets and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it sends a message, but we're trying to send a message to the wrong people.
Okay.
Okay. For instance, so
I agree wholeheartedly.
Yeah. So this is slightly off topic, but I'm gonna go with it. So we just had the Waffle House shooting.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. Everybody's talking about how Trump didn't mention the hero,
right?
The guy who stopped the shot, right? And the reality of it is, people are upset because they want Trump to acknowledge him, right? I get you saying the president didn't acknowledge him, but that's not for you to. You're basically trying to say that so that Trump and white people will feel bad.
Right.
That's not what you say it for.
Right.
You're supposed to say that to us so we can see where we stand in this country, right? So say you got 3 kids walking down the street, right? They about to get hit by a car, drunk driver. I'll go out, save them. You know what I mean?
Right.
And when you come, you don't thank me.
Right.
You don't even look happy that I saved your kid's life.
Right.
I'm not gonna go and be like, you didn't thank me. There's no point.
because clearly you don't care about your children, right? But I need your children need to know, hey, your father don't seem happy.
Right.
That I stopped you from being killed,
right?
But we're focused on the fact that I'm focused on the fact that you didn't thank me.
Right.
And trying to get you to understand that I know that you didn't thank me.
Right.
I need to be talking to your kids.
Right.
Because they need to know there's something going on.
Yeah.
To the fact that your father's not happy.
Yeah.
That I kept you alive.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But what we want is we want Trump to be like, hey, you know, you don't hear the fact that you didn't thank the guy for stopping. No, black people need to be saying that to black people.
Well, we want white acceptance.
Huh? That's my whole point. That's my whole point. Like we don't actually the conversations we have are right and wrong at the same time, right? The rioting that we do is right and wrong at the same time because the whole time we're trying to get the acknowledgement of the powerful.
Right.
Right? So let's say we all own the coach basketball teams, right?
Okay.
And Ted's team was beating shit out of us the last 10 years, right? It don't make sense to meet with Ted to see if we can get him to stop beating us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's not how power works.
Correct.
Right? So, but that's how we practice politics and power in our society as black people.
Right.
Power doesn't concede power because we talked about giving it up.
Right.
You know what I mean? And power doesn't look at you and be like, well, yeah, I'm tired of beating you, so
right.
I'm gonna give you a 20-point spot.
Yeah.
Or I'm gonna let your guys shoot the ball more because
it
is unfair that they've been losing for 10 years.
Yeah.
I mean, the reality of how power works is
I got the power.
You'll get it when you take it.
Yeah, I'm on top. I'm gonna stay on top no matter what.
Yeah, and so to get back to the whole celebrities kind of joining the cause for, I mean, some of them may recognize that it's bullshit to begin with. Because I mean, you're never gonna get powerful people to concede power because you tell them it's uncomfortable to be up under them.
Right.
The whole point of me getting where I got to was for me to be comfortable.
Right, rather me than you.
And there's no way for me to concede power to you. Like, the whole, an advantage works by me either losing. If for you to get an advantage, I have to lose something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so the real conversation becomes, give me an advantage from the pockets of your children.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
can I beg you? What can I say to you to be like, hey, Chris, man, let me get what you got for your kids? Because I'm uncomfortable with, there's nothing you can do.
It's so, not at gunpoint, then what we talking about? That's exactly the point. Like we spend all this time going with this idea that we can march, rally, meet. Who promoted that though? Huh? I mean, it goes back to what we talked about in the Stephon Clark video. Right. We don't really get how power works, and we were fed our revolt process by the people that we revolt against, and it doesn't make sense. Exactly. You know what I mean? Absolutely.
Definitely. I mean, I think at the end of the day, Kanye is Kanye. He's not. It's disappointing because we know and we all rocked with Kanye, early in his career. Yeah. And the kind of guy that he can be. At the end of the day, he's a creative genius. Nobody can deny that. Everybody has their own opinion, but most people would agree that when it comes to entertainment, to music, he's a genius. Yeah.
I think people confuse that though.
What's that?
People take, number one, and that's kind of what false prophets reference in America. I don't know how it is in the rest of the world, but in America, we idolize celebrity. Right. So not to cut you off, but I just want to expand on it. Is that when we become a fan of somebody's work, but they have a talent or something they do really well, then we become a fan of that person in a lot of ways.
Right. Not just their work.
Correct.
I think that's more of a black thing, though. I think we idolize celebrity as a society, but I think we look at black people make celebrities their leaders.
You're right.
You know what I mean? White people still recognize who their leaders are versus who they want to dress like.
Some white people. I think that a lot of white people do that too.
Yeah,
that's why even every political season and all of that, we always know who George Clooney voting for and Ashley Judd and I think that's Ashley Julie. One of them judges.
Yeah.
You know,
man.
we always know who they're voting for.
She's also one of the Me Too women.
Yeah, and they're not even a political figure. Like, that's cool that Matthew McConaughey is voting for so-and-so, but he's a fucking actor. Who cares?
Yeah. But again, they pushing at the black people, though.
Well, I think to a certain extent they do it, too. Not all of them, but I know what you're still saying. They still know who that senator is or this person or that person.
And they still know how to play the real political game. They still know how
that doesn't cloud that.
They know how to practice politics. Like, we'll abandon our entire disposition because the right celebrity says, let's do this.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, we're co-opted easily. Right? There's not too much, there's not a celebrity, not too many celebrities could have came and changed a Trump supporter's mind.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly.
That's what I mean.
But I think traditionally black people have been like that. I think we don't have as many socially conscious big celebrities. I mean, you got your people that are, you know, pretty socially conscious, but they're not that big as maybe in the 60s, a Harry Belafonte or Sidney Poitier or something else. Right, all of them.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Right, where they were a little bit like larger than life figures.
Like John Legend, who's, you know,
Right. He's a pretty big figure.
Talib Kweli, like they're not huge.
Right, the rest of them ain't even.
Jay-Z and Beyonce are, though. But you're right, it's very few. You know what I'm saying? Few and far between.
It's because black people confuse class with power.
Class?
Because they're in a certain social class of making money. This is why they put Jay-Z on political panels. Jay-Z don't know nothing about political panels. Why is this nigga interviewing with, what's the bald head black dude?
Van Jones.
Van Jones. Why are you interviewing with Van Jones? Van Jones is political. Why is Jay-Z on this show giving his opinion about political views? It makes no goddamn sense.
I think he does have power, though.
Who?
I think Jay-Z does have a lot of power, though.
Yeah, and he shouldn't. And especially when it comes in the political arena.
But you can't make damn near $1 billion and not have no power and entertain that.
Nigga ain't got no power? Power to do what?
If Jay-Z... Remember on Malcolm X when that nigga was like...
Yeah, he got something.
But listen,
Jay-Z can do that
but that's
to black people, and Beyonce can as well. Yeah. They have power whether we like it or not.
They do have it.
And that's the problem. I think that's the confusion there.
Yeah.
So this is why people are mad at Kanye. You got to understand they are not political. They just have money and they give their opinion.
Yeah, but I mean it's the same thing with white people.
That is kind of what a politician is. To a
just like what was that? The Secretary of Education lady. She didn't know shit about education, but she was rich.
Got money.
The Bose.
Her
Look,
family
they knew that she wanted to get rid of public schools. That's all they gave a fuck about.
Yeah. Well, it's not just
she gave
that.
a fuck about
so that is political.
It's not just that, though. Her brother is the founder of Blackwater. Y'all know what Blackwater is, right?
Yeah.
They've changed the name since because Blackwater has become a toxic name. You know what I'm saying? And I forget what they changed it to. But that's how she initially got in. And her family are billionaires.
Right. Money is power.
Correct.
Yeah.
So
money is power.
Not black money.
Not black money. That's the reality.
Black money don't mean nothing.
Black money is power to black people.
To a degree.
And that's
if you're the richest person even in a disenfranchised group, and you're very popular with that disenfranchised group. Now, there's some black people that the average everyday...
Once black money becomes power, that black money gets drastically disrupted.
Oh, definitely.
That's the thing.
Definitely.
That's why I mean.
But that's why I say it's entertainment. Because even like a Bob Johnson or somebody else that has a lot of money, they might have a lot of influence and power when it comes to their money, but somebody that's rich and they have a social influence, they got the beehive behind them on Twitter and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They can say, hey, go out the house they can send a tweet and say, go out the house right now and kill motherfuckers.
Right.
It's gonna be some people going to jail that day and some people dying.
Absolutely.
Because they do have power.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, it takes more. Like, if the beehive really started trying to organize and get some real shit done, it would be disrupted.
Oh no, I didn't say what kind of power they had. I didn't say they could take over the country and take the shit back.
That's what Darnell is saying as far as the money not being powerful, because we're not organized enough for anybody's money to mean anything effective.
Definitely, any individual.
It's like having a great shot on a basketball team.
Mm-hmm.
I know you can shoot, but the team is shit.
Right.
So it don't matter how good his shot is, he can't win the game.
Right.
Like, because
Definitely.
until the whole team operates as a unit.
Right. He can score a whole bunch of points.
Shoot all the 3 points he want to shoot.
Definitely.
You know, but
Definitely.
but if everybody turning the ball over and everybody else on the team is losing, you know, I don't even follow shit like that. But
I think we're saying the same thing with that.
Yeah.
I mean, they are powerful. They just not as powerful as
who we talking about.
Right. Who the powers that be. The people that we talking about. Yeah. And I agree. It don't make sense for some of these people just because you got money and you was able to make a certain amount of money because of your talent. That don't have shit to do with your ability to be a leader or for anybody to follow you. Your own kids might not need to follow you in some of these cases.
Yeah.
All right, well, in conclusion, fuck Kanye. Y'all got closing remarks? That's mine.
I just say, you know, he's still the homie, I guess.
Do you think if it went down, which side you think he gonna be on?
Probably not my side.
Okay, well, he ain't the homie then. Fuck him.
He'll be on whatever side looks like they winning. You know.
Yeah, I mean, you might just because you the homie don't mean you can't get it.
Oh well, I don't do shit to my homies, but
no, I mean,
homie,
I still love you, but at the end of the day, if it's me or you, it's you. I hope he get his help that he need, and he can be who he can be. If not, you know, if it go down, he's just gonna be on the other side.
He been on the other side.
He's just a dumb entertainer to me.
I agree.
I ain't really got too much, you know. Fuck him. Like, comment, share, subscribe.
Peace.